Hello and welcome to day 2 of the Wonderkid Advent Calendar. Today, as you would probably expect, we have another Wonderkid for you, and this one I think you're going to really like. Remember, if you're enjoying it, make sure you do drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here with notifications turned on. And let me know in the comment section as well if you buy any of these players or you've used them before, because I want to hear your experience about these players as well. So without further ado, let's get into today's video and see who's behind door number 2. So behind door number 2 is Gavin Bazunu from Shamrock Rovers. He's a 16-year-old goalkeeper and one of the best goalkeepers in the game. So having a quick look at his attributes then, for 16 years old, he is absolutely incredible. 13s, 12s, 14s where they matter is absolutely fantastic. If you start at a low level and try and sign him as a first team player, he's going to be more than adequate to be in your starting lineup. His physicals are also pretty good, although agility, the one physical that is probably quite important to goalkeepers, is pretty low at the moment, although he's only 16 years old, remember, so he's got a long time to improve. The only thing that sort of lets him down, I think, personally, are his mental stats. They could be a lot better, I think. He's got good determination, 15 determination with a fairly determined personality. That's like a really good thing to have. But I just think his mental stats let him down. Concentration's only 8, anticipation 10. You know, things like bravery are very important for a goalkeeper. Composure, they're a bit low. Honestly, they're a bit low, and I feel like he could improve those, and if he could improve them, he'd be a much better player. As you can see, he only started at Shamrock Rovers in 2017. Didn't play any games there, apparently, that season. 2018 season, he played 20 games, conceding 16 goals, keeping 8 clean sheets, which are 16 years old, playing in top-flight Premiership football in Ireland. That is incredible. Now, it's important to note that he has signed a contract with Manchester City in real life, which is, of course, reflected in-game. What this means for you is that you won't be able to sign him in your first season, unfortunately, and depending on who you are, probably won't be able to sign him for the next few seasons. However, if you're a lower league club, I reckon you could probably get him on loan from Manchester City in the next season. So he joins Manchester City in 2019, 1 year in the future. I reckon you could probably get him on loan. If you can't, it's probably worth looking out for, because if we look at his actual abilities and stats, looking in the database, you can see he's got a current ability of 92, which is pretty decent, I've got to say. In fact, that's incredible for a 16-year-old. But his potential ability of 154 may not look too much. It's obviously out of 200, the potential ability. But 154 places him as the 3rd best goalkeeper in the game, I think, in terms of potential ability. So it's pretty good. Some of the background stats here, as you can see, are a little bit low, I've got to say. These are all out of 20. So things like important matches, he's only got an 8 out of 10 in important matches. Injury proneness is a 4, which is good, obviously, because the lower the injury proneness, the less injured they're going to be. He does lack a little bit, though, in professionalism and loyalty. Now, that could be due to his age. These stats may change later on as well, so don't think these are set in stone. They may change later on, but I think some of these background stats, they need to improve for him to properly reach his potential. Now, the Real Madrid scout that I sent out to scout him out doesn't rate Gavin that highly. Only a 43 scout recommendation, but his potential ability is 3.5 stars, which if you look down here is the same as Courtois and Keylor Navas, so they still do think he could be a very decent player in future. They just don't rate him that highly at the moment. Personally, I do rate him. I think he is going to be a fantastic goalkeeper in future in real life, and if I've got the chance, I will try and sign it in my Football Manager save. So Gavin Bazunu is behind door number 2, and I think he's well worth the money you'll pay for him in future. So that's it for day 2. Join me tomorrow for day 3 with another amazing Wonderkid. Let me know as well if you use any of these players, because I'd love to hear your experiences about it. I'll see you tomorrow.